There are 11 players on a football pitch. Every single one has a job. And if even one person does the wrong job, the whole team falls apart. That's actually why football is so fascinating once you understand it. It's not 11 people kicking a ball around randomly, it's a system. And today, in the next 12 minutes, you're going to understand every single position on the pitch, what they do, why they matter, and how they all connect. By the end of this, you will watch a football match completely differently. Let's go. Start with the pitch itself. Think of it like a battlefield divided into three zones: your defense zone, your midfield zone, and your attacking zone. Every player lives primarily in one of these zones. Their position tells you which zone that is and what their specific job is inside it. Now let's start at the back. The goalkeeper, the last line of defense, the only player allowed to use their hands when the other team shoots. The goalkeeper's job is simple: stop it going in. But here's what most people don't realize: goalkeepers aren't just shot stoppers. Modern keepers are essentially a 11th outfield player with their feet. They start attacks, they organize the whole defense by talking constantly. They direct traffic. Think of the goalkeeper like an air traffic controller. They see everything from the back. They guide the players in front of them, and one mistake can crash the entire flight. One more thing: being a goalkeeper is arguably the loneliest job in sports. You can play a perfect game for 89 minutes, make one mistake, and your team loses. The entire sport is built around one rule: stop the ball going in your goal, and you are the last person standing between success and disaster. Now, the defenders. These are the players directly in front of the goalkeepers. Their primary job is to stop the other team from scoring. There are usually four of them, split into two types. First, center backs. These are the big, strong, physical players in the middle of the defense. The job is to win aerial duels. That means jumping for the ball when it comes in the air, and to block shots, clear the ball away from danger, and stop opposing strikers. Think of center backs like bouncers at a nightclub. Their job is to make sure nothing gets through the door. They are tough, they are physical, and the best ones are almost impossible to get past. Now, here is something surprising: center backs who read the game well, meaning they anticipate where the ball is going before it arrives, are actually more valuable than fast center backs. Football rewards intelligence over pure athleticism more than almost any other sport. Next, fullbacks. These are the defenders on the left and right sides of the pitch. Originally, their only job was to stop the opposing winger, which we will get to in a second. But modern football completely reinvented this role. Now, fullbacks are expected to sprint forward and join attacks, cross the ball into the box, and sometimes play with an extra midfielder. The best fullbacks in the world today are described as wingbacks, and some of them assist as many goals as actual forward. It's one of the most demanding positions in the sport. You are defending one moment, attacking the next, and you cover more ground than almost any other player on the pitch. Now we move into the middle of the pitch. This is where football matches are really won and lost: the midfield. The midfield is the engine room. It's the bridge between defense and attack, and it has three main types of player. First, the defensive midfielder, sometimes called as the DM or the number 6. This player sits just in front of the defense. Their job is to protect, they intercept passes, win loose balls, and act as a shield so the defenders behind them have time to recover. Think of them like a security guard stationed in front of a vault. Their job is to make sure nothing gets through to threaten what's behind them. The best defensive midfielders are almost invisible when they are doing their job well. You only notice them when they are missing. Next, the box to box midfielder. This player does everything. They defend, they attack, they run for 90 minutes non stop. If you have ever seen a player who seems to be everywhere at once, tackling in their own penalty area one moment, arriving in the opposition box to score the next, that's the box to box midfielder. Studies have shown these players cover up to 13 kilometers per match. That's over 8 miles in 90 minutes, with sprints, tackles, and passes mixed in throughout. It's easily one of the most physically demanding positions in all of professional sport. Then there's the attacking midfielder, sometimes called the number 10. And in football, that shirt number carries serious weight. The number 10 is the creative brain of the team. Their job is to find the gaps between the opposition's defense lines, receive the ball in tight space, and create goal scoring chances. Think of them as the point guard in basketball. They are not always the ones scoring, they are the ones making everyone else look better. Zinedine Zidane, Ronaldo, Pele, some of the greatest players in the world history were the number 10. There is a reason that shirt is treated almost like a symbol of greatness. Now, the forwards. These are the players whose primary job is simple: score goals. There are few different types. The striker, also called the number 9, is the most famous forward. They stay central, they lead the line, and their job is to be in the right place at the right time to finish chances. Here's something interesting. The world's best striker often touch the ball less than almost any other outfield player in a match. They are not involved in build-up play much, but they are masters of timing. They exist to arrive in exact right spot at the exact right moment to put the ball in the net. It sounds simple. It is actually one of the rarest skills in sport. Then there is wingers, the forwards who operate on the left and right side of the pitch. Their job is to run at defenders at full speed, beat them with skill, and either shoot themselves or cross the ball into the middle for the striker. Wingers are typically the fastest players on the pitch. They are exciting to watch even if you know nothing about football, because when a great winger gets the ball in space, it looks a lot like watching a sprinter break away from the pack. Here's a twist though. In modern football, wingers often play on their wrong foot. A right-footed player on the left wing or a left-footed player on the right wing. Why? Because cutting inside onto your stronger foot rather than crossing with your weaker foot lets you shoot a goal instead of crossing it. It's a small tactical details that completely change how attacking football works. Messi plays on the right, left-footed. He spent his entire career cutting inside onto that left foot. It made him arguably the best player who ever lived. Finally, there's the false nine, and this one is genuinely fascinating. A false nine looks like a striker but behaves like an attacking midfielder. Instead of staying central and waiting for the ball, they drop deep, confuse defenders who don't know whether to follow them or stay back, and create space for wingers to run into. It's essentially a trick. You pretend to have traditional striker and then you don't. The whole defense has think twice about every movement they make. When it works, it breaks entire defensive systems. When it doesn't, you look like you forgot to pick a striker. High risk, high reward. Now, you all have 11 positions: goalkeeper, centre backs, full backs, defensive midfielder, box to box midfielder, attacking midfielder, striker, wingers, and the false nine. Here's the thing that makes football beautiful once you understand this. These positions aren't fixed walls. They interact, they overlap, they shift constantly depending on whether your team has the ball or not. When a team attacks, fullbacks push forward and midfielders become forwards. When a team defends, wingers backdrop and midfielders become defenders. The shape breathes in and out like living thing. Football isn't 11 individuals. It one connected system and now you can see it. If this just made football make sense for the first time, subscribe because there are a lot more to break down before the World Cup starts and you are only going to enjoy it more the more you understand it.